hanging around downtown, trying to be a part of whatever comes around. I'm looking for something that I can desire. I'm looking for someone to light up my fire. I love the way that you move when you dance to the music, the way your feet seem to float above the floor, how your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. Just a silhouette and flashing eyes, moving like a cat on the floor, shining like a falling star. You're bringing me down for sure. Your jaded smile shows who you are, 'cause you've heard everything before. I'm looking for something that I can desire. I'm looking for someone to light up my fire. I love the way that you move when you dance to the music, the way your feet seem to float above the floor, how your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. The way that you move when you dance to the music, the way your feet seem to float above the floor, how your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. Shake it like you did before. Last night was the best night. Won't you shake it for me? Shake it like you did before. Let's start a new world today. Life is giving us a treat. Whatever you will grow in me, I'll land on my 2 feet. I'm hanging around downtown, trying to be a part of whatever comes around. I'm looking for something that I can desire. I'm looking for someone to light up my fire. I love the way that you move when you dance to the music, the way your feet seem to float above the floor, how your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. Just a silhouette and flashing eyes, moving like a cat on the floor, shining like a falling star. You're bringing me down for sure. Your jaded smile shows who you are, 'cause you've heard everything before. I'm looking for something
Happy new month. Can you believe it's July already? Oh, summer is in full swing. This is a month of challenges too. Every day this month we're going to have some challenges. Challenges to live your life, your yoga off of your mat. Join us every day of the week. We're going to have a new challenge for you to try. Something that'll make you stronger, healthier, better balanced that you will really like. It'll be fun. Check us out every day. Every day our practices are different. That's for sure. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is Piper and that's Bonnie back there. This is a 1 hour long practice. If you stick around for 10 minutes, that's fine. Give yourself permission to do just that. And you need to choose what is right for you too. You're empowered to do what is right for your body. You're empowered, really. You do exactly what feels good for you and don't hurt yourself. If it hurts, back out of it. It's not meant for you. It's okay. Every day is different. Our bodies are all different. This is what we call our Yoga Plus practice. The plus, what is the plus? It is barre. It is Pilates. It is weights. It's all good. It's fun. But whatever you do, have fun and don't hurt yourself. Word to think about, kind of appropriate for this weekend. Get fired up. Fired up means you are excited. You are worked up. You are ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. All right, you're going to need some props. You might want to have a chair handy for balance. So you might want to grab that now. Other props you're going to need, a little ball, a yoga ball. This is called a therapy ball or a bender ball. So kind of squishy. If you get one, don't inflate it all the way. You want it squishy because the purpose is not so much to be a ball as it is to be an unstable surface. So have a ball. If you don't have a ball, that's fine. You can work through the practice because you modify it to make it work with what you got. 2 yoga blocks, grab those if you have them. A strap, you might want to have a strap. I'm not going to use my strap today, but if you like a strap, have that handy too. 2 hand weights, 2 little hand weights, 2 big hand weights, whatever works for you. You don't have the weights, get 2 cans or 2 water bottles. It'll work, but we just want to get a little resistance going. We all need to lift a little more weights and just kind of stay strong in our bones, right? Water, you want some water? An eye shade and a hand towel. For final Shavasana. That's the best part of the practice. And I mentioned the ball. All right, so this little ball is going to get a workout today. I promise you that. We're going to use that a lot. But again, if you don't have it, no big deal. Come on up to standing. Let's start there with our usual little warm-up, just to get comfortable with what you got. All right, before you start moving, lock in a stress number. What's going on in your body today? Seriously, lock in that number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. How do you feel? And let's work on bringing that stress number down as we move our bodies and get our minds more positively working with us. All right, grab the ball. We're going to use it. I told you I was going to get a workout today. Lift the ball on up high to the sky. Hold the ball here and come up onto your toes. Lift into the balls of your feet, keeping your heels behind your toes. Keep the ball lifted high, kind of like your extended mountain pose. And if you don't have the ball, just raise your hands up to the sky. Take a big breath in through your nose. And big sighing breaths out through your mouth. Let the tension go. Make them audible. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be heard. But because you're practicing at home, you are golden. Nobody can hear you. Breathe. Make all the sounds you want. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Settle your feet down and then start to sway with the ball from side to side. Maybe roll it in your hands as you get comfortable with it. Keep your feet equally planted. Keep your chin away from your chest. Just kind little movements here. So we usually do a palm tree pose where we interlace our fingers, send the palms high to the sky, and then do this same movement. Today we're just using the ball. If you got it. Let's finish up in this palm tree pose. Keep your arms raised up to the sky. Look up to your ball and then start to circle the ball. Little circles, like you're drawing circles on the ceiling. Maybe make them a little bit bigger. You could have a bend in your elbows if that feels better. And then take your circle in the other direction. Breathe. And then let's finish up. Come back to stillness at the midline of your body. Hold on to the ball and transfer it behind your back. Bring your arms down. Grab the ball into the other hand and bring it on up. And let's continue to do this. Nice big movement, kind of like a firework, right? Maybe add in some challenge. When the arms come up, your heels come up, and bring the heels down when the hands come down. Another challenge could be to close your eyes Maybe keep the heels down and close your eyes. Really up the challenge. Eyes are closed. You come up on your toes and breathe. Let's switch the direction of the ball to the other direction, making the circle go the other way. Same thing in layers. Maybe the heels stay down. Maybe the heels come up when the ball comes up. Maybe the eyes close or not. You decide what is the appropriate challenge for you today. I'm already warmed up. Let's finish up here. With your ball in your hands, fold forward. Forward, forward, bring the ball toward the earth. Look back to your knees or your navel. A little bend in your knees feels good. Bring the ball on up. Come on up. Look forward. Send the ball to the back of the room as you take a little bit of a back bend. And again, fold forward. Bring the ball toward the earth. Look back. Come on up. Little baby back bend. Finish up. Come on back to the midline of your body. Lift into that ball and pulse it in just a little bit. Little teeny pulses. And then let's finish. Bring your arms down by your sides. Place the ball down, but not too far away. Let's do big coat swing. Arms are down by your sides. Feet are rooted into your mat. Twist from side to side. Big breath in, big breath out. Here you can challenge yourself too. Look over your shoulder a little bit more. Maybe close the eyes here. Take the twist in the waist a little deeper. Your arms are heavy. They're just swinging with the momentum of your body. Finish up and come back to the midline of your body. Hinge forward. Hands to opposite elbow creases, feet hip-width distance apart. Look to your ankles, your knees are up towards your navel. Little bend in your knees might feel right. Start to gently sway from side to side as you do your ragdoll pose. Breathe. Let it go. Don't rehash. Oh, I can't, I didn't, I shouldn't, I couldn't. Live for today. Live for the moment. Enjoy what you have. Be happy for exactly what you're doing. And don't stress out. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Maybe give your toes a little bit of a wiggle. Release your hands to your mat. Bend your knees. Come on down. Time for child's pose. I'm going to use the ball for child's pose today. You could also use your blocks to bring the ground up to you. And rest your chest on the blocks. Knees together, big toes touching, hips back to the heels. The block could be right here, chest comes down, or you can have your chest come down to the mat. If you're in this classic child's pose, you could have your arms down by your sides. Maybe that feels good. Maybe you reach for your heels and hold on to them. Maybe that feels good as you sink your bottom back a little bit more. Perhaps you take the ball to the top of your mat and place your hands on it as you get into the shoulders. Tailbone to the back of the room. Breathe. An option is to spread your knees wide, big toes touch, and still reach far to the top of the mat. Maybe kind of rub the ball into the mat by going left to right, right to left. And just imagine stretching out your armpits. How's that? This is your child's pose with the ball variation. No ball, that's fine. Just reach your arms long to the top of your mat. Engage your Ujjayi pranayama breath. To do that, you'd close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. Build heat in your body. Take deep breaths and just focus on your breath. Nothing else, just this moment. Come back to your child's pose anytime you like, or maybe you stay here the whole time. Feels pretty good. I'm going to come out of it now. I'm going to press on up to a neutral tabletop position. All right, so hey, Betty, you're back on your mat. That makes me happy. All right, so we're up in a neutral tabletop. Turn your hands so your fingers are pointing back towards your knees. Let's stretch our forearms out. We did this the other day with a little different variation. Just move your hips a little bit from side to side. Press into your hands. Maybe send your bottom back further and take it more into your toes. Hello, Liz. How are you? Thank you for my card. Hello, Stan. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Elizabeth. Kelly, Rena, Tim, Marietta. It's good to see you. All right, how are you doing with your forearm stretch? Move your hips a little bit from side to side. You just want to feel that goodness in the forearms. All right, work it back to your neutral tabletop. Bring your hands to a natural position. Let's do cat-cow. Tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky like a Halloween cat. And then do the opposite. Tailbone lifts, crown of your head lifts. Hollow out your belly into cat. And then cow. Move your spine. Feel your shoulders protract and retract. Tailbone, think about it, emphasize it, really tuck it under, and then really send it high to the sky. Come back to a neutral tabletop, find your ball. Let's do toes pose. All right, so with your toes pose, bring your shoulders over your hips. Take the ball today as you draw your toes towards your shins, and let's sit on the ball. So sit on the ball, or you could sit on a block or nothing at all. Ball is just a little different. Now take little teeny pulses here. Little teeny pulses to kind of get into the toes a little bit more. With your hands, interlace your fingers, arms in front of you, and then do like an infinity sign, kind of like a sideways number 8. Don't forget to squeeze the fingers hard. Little bounces on the ball. Breathe. Breathe, put a smile on your face, be happy for your movement. How are your wrists doing? Let it feel good. All right, so you know, your yoga gives you the capacity for self-transformation on so many levels. Our bodies are just so responsive to movement, and that movement also affects our mind. So it's all good. That's why we say yoga is the union of body, mind, and soul. All right, so let's stop with the hands, remove the ball, come on down to your ankle flow. So the tops of your feet are on your mat. Bring the ball behind you, kind of use it as a little brace, kind of creating a little unstable surface here. Lift your knees on up and stretch out your ankles. You don't want to use the ball or you want more stability, just put your hands on your mat, no big deal. Come back to your toes pose, tuck the toes under, sit on the ball, a little more bouncy, bouncy. How does that feel for your toes? The ball just kind of makes it fun, right? And then let's do it again in the ankle pose. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Ball comes behind you. Let your knees pop on up. Breathe, let it feel good. All right, let's come back to a neutral tabletop. Put the ball aside, not too far. Neutral tabletop, you know this one. Cat-cow again. Cat pose, arch your back. Cow pose, lift your bottom. Do a couple cat-cows. Let's do cat pulling its tail. So what you want to do here is come to a neutral tabletop. What that means is the crown of your head and your tailbone are reaching to the back and the front of the room. Lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and draw your toes towards your shin. Right leg is lifted, take your left arm around and find your foot. Here you could use the strap if you want. Kick into your hand, press into the earth, look to the left. Look over that shoulder, kick hard, and then finish. Knee comes down, hand comes down, other side. Lift your left knee up, 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 up. Maybe that's where you stay. If you're gonna stay here, pulse your foot up to the sky. Maybe you kick your heel more towards your bottom, drawing your toes towards your shins. Maybe you say, I want to try the balance. I want to reach the right arm around, capture my left foot, kick into my hand, open up the right shoulder, and look to the right this time. Big breath in, big breath out. There's your cat pulling the tail. Let's do bird dog. Hands come down, knees come down, even it out with a cat-cow. Tuck your chin to your chest, arch your back. Cow pose, let it feel good, lift the tailbone. Come into bird dog pose. All 4 limbs are pressed into the mat. You could use your ball here to make it more challenging. Place the ball underneath your right knee. Place the ball under your right knee, draw your toes towards your shins, and put the ball of your foot down to kind of be a little kickstand here. Lift your left leg up and send it straight to the back of the room. So you've created this unstable surface on this ball. This is plenty of a challenge. Stay here if you like. Left leg is extended long and reaching out toward the back of your room. To add more balance challenge, work in the right hand. Send the right arm long to the front of the room. Oh my gosh, it's hard. You're balancing. Whew, press hard into the earth. You got it. And then place the hand down and the knee down. Switch the ball to the opposite knee. If you're using it. If you're not, totally fine. So wiggle around, feel that unstable surface, draw the left toes toward the shin, right leg extends, nice and long, hold it here. Breathe, this is fine. Stay right here. If you'd like, left arm reaches long to the front of the room. Spread your fingers wide, thumb up like a hitchhiker. Breathe, reach, stretch, lengthen through your spine. You've got it. You did it. Hand down, knee down. Remove the ball. Place the ball behind your right knee. Breathe here. Neutral tabletop position. Have your shoulders under your wrist, tailbone to the back of the room, crown of the head to the front. Let's do fire hydrant pose. You can have the ball behind your knee, you can have the weight behind your knee, or nothing at all behind your knee. Fire hydrant, lift the right knee up. Have your hips equidistant to the mat. Press hard into the earth. Start to lift your leg to the side of the room. Draw your toes toward your shin to keep the ball secure. As you're lifting your leg to the side of the room, you know, a lot of the poses, it's kind of fun. They look like the name. So fire hydrant. Big dog, lift your leg high. Little dog, maybe lift it not so high. Totally fine. Lift, lower, you got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Have fun with it. When you're ready, let's finish up. Hover the right knee next to the left. Don't set it down quite yet. Check out your hips. Check out your hips. Right hip, left hip, equidistant to the mat. Hands pressed firmly. Hold it here, then plant the knee. Bring the ball behind the other knee. We're gonna save our donkey kicks for later. You'll see why. All right, press into your mat. Hips are equidistant. Ball or nothing at all behind the left knee. Lift it on up. Hover it for a second or two. Draw the toes toward the shin. And start with that canine pose. All right, lift and lower the leg in your fire hydrant pose. Breathe. All right, one of the things we always do is we challenge ourselves, and we're going to challenge ourselves with a 1-minute plank in a little bit. You say, oh, planks aren't for me. Lots of ways to take them. You don't like the idea of timing it? Don't. Some of you do like the idea of timing it, and the idea with the timer is just to have little hacks, little markers to know your progress. But you decide if you want to time yourself or not. All right, little lifts, little lowers. Let's finish by hovering the knee next to the other one. Hover it, press hard into the earth, dial your left hip down. You got it. Let's take a break. Knee comes down, ball to your hands, knees spread wide. Little wide-legged child's pose. Hips back to your heels, hands on your ball. Breathe. Maybe sigh it out. You know, don't be a slave to your Ujjayi pranayama breath. Don't think, oh, I can't breathe out of my mouth. Every once in a while, let it go. Let it go. All right, let's do our plank. Are you ready? Let's come out of our child's pose, or maybe you stay in the child's pose longer. Take lots of variations of plank. Lots of ways you can take it. All right, so here's the deal with your plank. Maybe you stay on your knees, walk your hands a little more forward, and then hinge your weight forward into your arms. There you go. Could also ball your hands into fists. Fold your mat over for extra cushioning. You decide. Another variation, if your wrists don't like that, you can come down to your forearms, have your elbows underneath your shoulders. Weights hinge a little more forward. You can be on your knees, scooch your knees a little further back, and there you go. You can stay here. You can tuck your toes, press on up to a forearm plank. I'm going to take a high plank today with the ball between my thighs. So maybe you'd like to join me in doing that. Place the ball between my thighs. Shoulders are going to be over my wrists. When you're ready, come into your variation of plank, and then let's start the timer now. All right, so hold your plank. 1 minute, I'll let you know as time elapses. We're 5 seconds in already. Take breaks as you need them. Hold here. Guess what? You're already 10 seconds in. My goodness. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Breathe. Breathe, push hard into the earth. You know what? You've already done 20 seconds. Aren't you impressed with yourself? Well, you should be. Hold in your plank. Squeeze that ball between your thighs. Belly is engaged. Everything in your core is engaged. You are more than halfway there if you're going for the 1 minute mark. Keep your belly lifted, crown of the head to the front, heels to the back of the room. If you want, you can drop to your knees anytime. You got 15 seconds to go. How great is that? All right, so you've done 45 seconds already. Guess what? You've already done 50. Guess what? You got 5 seconds to go. Hold on. You can do it. 3, 2, 1, done. Come down to your knees. Whew. Take a break. Remove the ball. Grab a drink. How are you doing? Plank is not easy, but nobody said it would be easy. You're getting stronger every time you do it. Grab a drink. All right. All right, how are we doing time-wise? We are right on the money. Awesome. All right, let's grab the ball if you got it, and let's do some other core stuff. Okay, come on down to your bottom. That's always good, right? All right, move your bottom a little bit. Feel those bones in your bottom. All right, take the ball, place it at your low back. Lean on back as if you're in a beach chair, which you may very well be later today. Good luck getting to the beaches, right? All right, keep your chest lifted. Lean on into your ball. Bend your knees a little bit, heels on your mat. Lean on back till you feel it. All right, hold here. Little teeny pulses if you want. All right, you could also lift one leg and or the other. Bring your hands to your temples and then bend your knees and your elbows and have them touch in little boat crunches. So you can stay in your boat, hands down. You can crunch it up, elbows to knees, and breathe and extend. Elbows go wide, feet go long. Breathe in your little boat crunches. Not so little, are they? All right, let's finish up. Feet come down. The ball, let's remove it and place it either aside or between your ankles, or put your feet on top of the ball. Lots of different ways. I'm not going to tell you which is harder or easier or whatever. You make it work for you. We're going to do Pilates hundreds. All right, so to do that, come on down nice and slowly all the way to reclined. Once you're all the way reclined, Pilates hundreds. Begin with the arms down by your sides. Whew, look up to the sky. Maybe lift your arms up and start to pat the ground. Act as if you're patting the ground. If you'd like, you can lift your feet up, or maybe the feet, ankles, are on the ball. You decide, or nothing at all. Maybe peel your shoulders up as well. Take the layer that speaks to you today, and maybe squeeze the ball, pat the ground. The idea is to do it 100 times. But we're gonna do exactly what is right for you. Promise me you'll do that. Do what's right for you. Nothing more, nothing less. Breathe and work at it. Maybe peel the shoulders up a little more. Maybe lift the legs a little higher or lower. Breathe, breathe. Challenge you. Nobody to challenge but yourself. When you're ready, let's finish. Feet come down, arms lift high. Stretch it out like a good morning stretch. Breathe. When you're ready, press on up. Remove the ball and find your 2 blocks. Put your blocks by your side. Come on up to your knees. And you can stay right here. Blocks are by your sides. Bring your right foot forward. Right foot forward, blocks by your sides. You can stay right here on this back knee, the left knee. If you would like to tuck your back left toes under and press on up, that's fun too. Knee, right knee over the right ankle. Left knee hovering above the earth. Lift your arms on up to the sky. Breathe. Take a little baby back bend. Bring the arms back up to the sky. Little teeny pulses here if you're not on that back knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Finish up, bring your knee a little lower. Hold on here, thigh parallel to the earth. Hands to prayer center, take a twist. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Open up the arms, nice big golf swing, right, Betty? Look up to your right hand. Breathe, breathe. Finish. Hands come back to prayer center. Pulse it a little bit more. And then come on down to that left knee if you're not already there. Switch it out. Knees meet. Left foot comes forward. Stay down on the knee if you want. Arms can lift. Back toes can tuck. If you like, think of somebody pulling your fingers up, up, up to the sky. Whew. Hold here. Hold here. Breathe. Little baby back bend. Hands to prayer center. Maybe a few little pulses. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands stack. Elbows stack. Look to the left. Look up over your left shoulder. Finish. Back to center. Little pulses here. Breathe. You got it. You're strong. Hold on. We're done. Come on down to your knee if you're not already there. Left knee meets right knee. Let's do a down dog. Hands on your mat. Tuck your toes toward your shins. Press on up to a down dog. Down dog. Feet hip width distance apart. Look at your hands. They should be shoulder width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Maybe a little bend in your knees feels right. Pedal out your heels. As your heels pedal out, reaching toward the mat, alternate them, and gaze back to your feet, your knees, your navel. Shake your neck and let it go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Still your heels, hold them here for a sec. Walk your toes a little bit closer and try to get your heels to touch down. Walk your toes a little bit closer in, maybe a wider stance. Let your heels come down. Take it slowly and adjust so you can bring the heels down. Breathe, and then finish. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Walk your feet in a little bit. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain pose. Let's find our weights. Hands to prayer center, fold forward. Find your weights, maybe find the ball too. Give the ball a squeeze between your thighs. Press on up, come on up to a standing position. You've got your weights in your hands. All right, hold on to these. Feet are solidly planted. Squeeze the ball. Hi, Pamela, how are you? I'm glad that you are here. Ball is squeezed between your thighs. Weights come up to your shoulders. Remember, water bottles, cans from your pantry, it would all work well. Arms lift to the sky. So just extend them, lift. Remember to breathe. Deep breaths. You can alternate your arms if you prefer. You can also come up onto your toes. When the weights come up, pop out of your heels like an exploding firework, right? Breathe. You got it. Get that little bit of sweat going, right? Whew. Breathe. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. You can do this. When you're ready, let's finish. Plant your feet, weights to your shoulders. Tee out your arms, then bend the elbows, bringing the weights to your shoulders. Extend and back. Extend and back. You could alternate here too. Maybe turn your head, look over one arm, then turn your neck and look over the other arm. Build strength here. You got it. Strength in your upper body. Plus, squeeze that ball a little bit more. No mercy on that ball. Squeeze it till it almost pops. Breathe. Chest is lifted. You are strong. You got it. All right, let's extend our arms. Let's flip our palms so they are face down. Like a little bird, pulse the weights in your extended arms. Down, down, down. Pulse them down. You got it. Keep looking up. Keep looking forward. You're strong. There's no stopping you. Come on. Maybe to the music. You can do it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Arms down by your sides. Then bring them on up overhead. Have them touch overhead. Bring them on down by your sides. Bring them on up. Down and up. Down and up. Weights come down, heels are down. Maybe heels pop up when the arms come up. You decide what feels right in this moment. Breathe. Keep focused. Let's come back to the arms at shoulder height. Pulse the arms down, down, down. You got it? Finish. Arms down by your sides. Drinking bird. All right. Shoulders are away from your ears. The weights are helping you do that, aren't they? Chest is lifted. Bend the knees. Keep your gaze forward. As you bend your knees, maybe you'd like to lift your heels a little bit. Hold it here. Pulse, pulse, pulse through the balls of your feet. Let's add in the weights. Pulse the weights to the back of your room. So you're pulsing in the heels, maybe. Pulsing in the arms, maybe. Breathe. You can do it. As you're ready, pulse the weights in towards your low back. Maybe you're still pulsing in the feet. Maybe sink a little lower. You got it? Keep the pulse going on. And let's finish. Straighten the legs, heels come down, arms down by your sides. Look forward, send the weights on up to the sky. Maybe you ditch the weights and only have one in your hand. That's fine. Bring your hands together, bend your elbows, bringing the weights behind your neck. Lift and lower the weights. So, tricep extensions and flexions. You're working your triceps, the backs of your arms. This part right here. And that needs work. That needs work. But we're strong. You got it. It's more fun to do with friends, isn't it? And it's kind of nice to do it at home, right? You'll get this done, just like your task of brushing your teeth every day, right? You know, we all have our little rituals, our little routines. Let your 1 hour of yoga be part of your healthy routine. Because not only does it make you stronger in your body, you know it makes you stronger mentally too. And that's good. All right, how we doing? Let's finish. Whew. Arms down by your sides. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's put the weights aside. How are your shoulders feeling? Maybe do a couple shoulder shrugs to the back of the room. Still got the ball there. We're gonna move it in a minute. Bring your shoulder shrugs forward. All right, let's do some balancing. Shoulders feel good? Loosen them up, let them go. All right, so take your ball into your hands. Let's take the ball and let's do tree pose. All right, so root into your left foot, take the right foot, open it up to the side of the room. Here's where you could use that chair for balance. Open up the knee to the side of the room. Maybe place the foot onto your calf, or higher still, up into the thigh. Just don't place the foot onto the knee. With this ball, root into your foot, press your legs into each other, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, bring the ball on up in your hands, and transfer it. Open your arms to like a letter Y, transfer the ball to the other hand. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, now take the ball into one hand, bring it around your low back, behind you, let your arms come down, take the ball into the other hand, bring all the arms, the branches back up, and transfer the ball to your back again. Oh my goodness, focus upward, it really helps. Take the transfer in the other direction. Make that big circle go in the other direction. If you fall out, come on, don't give up. Get right back in. Fresh start. Breathe. You measure success by how many times you fail and come back to it, right? All right, finish up. Arms go high. Wiggle, sway, finish. Don't put the foot down though. Bring the knee to the front of the room. Come to your one-legged mountain. In your one-legged mountain, let's transfer the ball underneath the hamstring. Bring it on around and do a big circle here. You got it. Keep your chest lifted as best you can. You're not looking at the ball and you're doing it. Pretty good, huh? Transfer the ball in the other direction in your one-legged mountain. You got it. Let's plant the right foot down. All right, we got another side to do. Okay, so Root into the other foot now. I'm gonna root into the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Remember, you could have your chair here or do the tree the way you like to do your tree pose, Vrikasana, any way you want. Maybe no ball at all. Press the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. Raise your arms up, grow your branches. Start to transfer the ball from hand to hand. You're looking forward, your focus. You're not thinking about anything else. You're not worried about anything right now, right? All you're focused on is your body, your movement. That's healthy. Being in the present moment, not stressing out. All right, maybe start to transfer the ball behind your back. Switching it or up. Catching it in one hand. If you drop it, no big deal, get back in. Circle the ball in the other direction. Woo, find your balance. Transfer the ball. How's it coming? You got it. Grow your branches again. Ball in one hand or the other. Hold it here. One-legged mountain. Release your foot from your leg. Bring your knee to about hip height. Start to transfer the ball under your left thigh. Focus. Focus is so important. Really focus forward. Stay strong. You're building bone density, strength. You got it. If you have to hinge forward a little bit, that's okay. Transfer the ball in the other direction, making big circles. You got it. You got it, you got it, you got it. Let's finish. Foot comes down, leg comes down. That was a lot of balancing. I'm gonna get a drink, hold on to the ball, because it's time for a pose I mentioned earlier. Don't think I forgot your donkey kick. All right, here we go. If you have your chair, you might want to place your hands on it in this next pose. All right, so place your ball behind your right knee. Draw your toes towards your shin. Hold the ball here. Let's come into your warrior 3 pose. Hands on your hips for this variation, or on your chair if you want to do that. Little bend in your standing left leg. Lift your right leg up, knee at about hip height. Start to pulse the ball in, in. These are your donkey kicks. If you would like, draw the ball really tight towards your bottom and pulse your entire foot up, up, up to the sky. I didn't forget our donkey kicks, just a little variation today. So we can do this pose. You know how we usually do it on all fours from a tabletop position? You can also do it, lift your knee a little higher, pulse it in towards your bottom again. You can also do it with your hands on a chair, totally fine. You could bend your elbows and have your head resting on your hands on the chair. But right now, let's finish. Right knee meets left knee, both feet on your mat. Sorry guys, we got another side to do. Bring the ball behind your left knee. Squeeze it, hug it in, root into your right foot, put a little, spring in your step. Put a little spring in that knee. Hands to your hips, hinge forward, bring the knee to about hip height, dial your left knee down. Feet are strong, they are gripped into your mat. Start to kick yourself in the backside. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hands can be on the chair, no big deal, because you're working your hips. If you're doing it without it, you're working your balance a little bit more too. Pulse it in. Finish, give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Pulse it up, up, up. Up to the sky. Just up to the sky, you got it. All right, now pulse it in again. Kick it in, kick it in, kick it in, kick it in. You got it. You're strong. Strong standing leg. You gotta work on your balance. Finish up, nice tight squeeze, remove the ball, left foot meets right, come on up to standing. Take a little baby back bend, hands to your low back, look up to the sky, stretch it out. How are you doing here? Whew. The ball, bring it between your thighs. Ball between your thighs, or nothing at all, totally fine. Hands to your hips. Let's come up onto our toes. Come up onto your toes, down on your heels. Now, start to bend in your knees like a chair pose. As you bend in your knees, that's a better angle, isn't it? Come up onto your toes and then down on your heels. Try to stay bent in your knees as best you can, lift and lower the heels. Coming up onto the balls of your feet and squeezing that ball. You could use the chair here too, or maybe you got the chair to your side. Now, alternate heel touchdowns. You're kind of moving the ball forward and back. Heel touches down, other heel lifts. Come high onto the ball of your feet. Maybe sink lower into your knees. Breathe, breathe. Embrace the little shake. Are you shaking? A little bit, right? Breathe, sink a little lower. Let that heel come down. Then the other one comes high. And let's finish. Squeeze the ball, come up to standing, look up to the sky, hinge forward. Remove the ball. Maybe grab your calves, look back to your knees or your navel, maybe shake your head. Whew. Bend your knees, come on down to your mat. All right, so let's do clamshells. All right, for your clamshells, you're gonna need nothing at all, or maybe a weight or two, and your ball. Have it close by as well. All right, so let's come on to our right hips. I'm gonna use the weights first. Come on to your right hip and come on down to your right forearm. Forearm can be parallel to the earth. Your elbow can be under your shoulder, or you can come all the way down and recline. Put a little bend in your knees. Place your weights on top of your thigh and start to open your top knee up to the sky. So your legs are like clamshells, right? So support your shoulder. Stay lifted in your chest. Lift and lower, and the weights really do make a difference. Try it without. Woo, the leg is just nice and light, right? But the weight makes it more of a challenge. But you do what speaks to you. All right. If you'd like to up the challenge a wee bit, lift your ankles and then open and close your legs. And then let's finish here. Knees meet, ankles come down. Let's switch to the other side. I'm gonna be on the left hip. Adjust your arm however you like. Maybe extended, maybe being a support here. Weights or weight or nothing at all to your top thigh. Open and close this leg. Then we're gonna switch to the other side. We're gonna use the ball a little differently. Lift and lower and enjoy. Enjoy, yeah. Know that you're doing your body good, right? Lift the ankles up if you want. Open and close the clamshells here. Strong legs, strong body. You know, everything you work, nothing can really truly be too isolated. It all works together, right? All works together for good. And that good is keeping you moving and fit and flexible and doing the things you like. Playing your golf, playing your pickleball, going on your hikes, swimming, water skiing, you name it. All right, knees come down, feet come down, switch it out. Back to the first hip. Ditch the weights and find the ball. Come back onto your right hip, ball between your thighs. Give it a good squeeze. Lift the knees and the ankles and start to squeeze the ball in. So you're supported here. Top hand can be a kickstand on your hip, or maybe lift it up to the sky and look up. You decide what you want to do. Just play around with the other arm. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. When you're ready, let's finish this. Give it a good tight squeeze and hold it. And then release. Other side. Come onto your other hip. The other hip, the other hip. All right, ball between the thighs. You can stay right here and just squeeze. You can lift the knees up, lift the ankles up, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you know, little hand kickstand is good. Hand on your hip, feel like you have an attitude. Arm up to the sky, you can look up. Look up, always good to look up, right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew. Life is good, right? Enjoy yourself. I read an article. Remember that song, Enjoy Yourself is later than you think? It's true. Make the best of what you got. Stay strong so you can really enjoy what's ahead. All right, give it a good tight squeeze. Hold it here. Tight, tight squeeze. When you're ready, whew, ankles come down. Remove the ball. Back to that other side. Back to the other side. No ball here at all. Come on up to your right knee. Plant your hand down. Let's do a starfish, kind of like a firework, right? Roll your left hip back. You're on your right knee. Extend your leg. Maybe let it be a kickstand or lift it up. Lift your left arm up too. This is your starfish pose. Breathe. Look up to your left hand if you like. Press hard into the earth. You're strong. Bend your left knee and your left elbow, let them touch. Then explode again, like a big firework. Elbow to knee and explode. Elbow to knee. Woo, you got it. Time to finish. Come on down, switch. Sides. You're on your left knee. Left hand comes down. Right leg extends. Maybe put your hand on your hip and stay right here. Maybe arm lifts, maybe right leg lifts. Hold it here, breathe. Starfish pose, fireworks pose. When you're ready, if you like, elbow to knee, and then explode it. Elbow to knee. Woo! A few times, maybe once, maybe 0. You decide. Let's finish. Knees come down, come onto your belly. Bring the ball with you. Bring the ball between your ankles and come down to your belly. Elbows bend, hands are stacked. Bring your forehead down to your stacked hands. Bend your elbow or bend your knees. Draw the toes towards your shins. Pulse the ball in. Soften in your shoulders. Pulsing the ball in. Squeeze the ball tightly and then lift your entire feet up to the sky. Knees lift maybe a little bit. Feel it in your low back. Extend your legs long. Keep the ball there. Breathe. Squeeze the ball. Little lifts through straightened legs here. Plant your feet, press the tops of your feet into your mat. Keep your head glued to your hands. When you're ready, lift the elbows and the head and the hands up. Hold here, come down when you want on an exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lift and lower, maybe once, twice, maybe 5 times, and then finish. Hands come underneath your collarbones, press on up. Remove the ball. Come up to standing on your knees. Hands to your low back. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Take a little back bend, little camel pose. Finish up. Come on down to seated. Send your legs long in front of you. Toes up to the sky. Arms lift, reach towards your feet. Gaze forward. Reach for your toes, shins, calves, whatever you can reach. Then fold forward, looking at your knees or your navel. Come on up, shoulders over your hips. Bridge pose. Come on down. Soles of your feet are on your mat. Have the ball nearby. Come all the way down to your back. Bend your knees, soles of your feet are on your mat. Arms down by your sides, take a classic bridge pose. Press into your feet, lifting your hips high. If you'd like, start to pulse your bridge. Up, up, up. Feet are strong, hips are lifted, you got it. Work your left heel a little closer to your bottom, lift your right leg up, and pulse that flat foot up, 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 the right foot up to the sky. Bend the right knee. Plant it, hike the heel a little closer to your bottom. Left leg lifts, pulse that flat left foot up, up, up to the sky. Breathe and enjoy your bridge pose. When you're ready, feet come down. Maybe take the ball between your thighs. Lift high into your bridge, pulse the ball in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pulse it in. Now squeeze it as tightly as you can. Hold it here. Lift your hips a little higher. And finish but don't come down. Remove the ball from behind, between your knees, or between your thighs. Lift a little higher. Put the ball at your low back. Put the ball at your low back and then put your weight on the ball. Lift both legs up to the sky. You're balancing on the ball. Toes, make little circles on the ceiling. Find your balance on the ball. Might help to tee out your arms. Little circles, maybe make them a little bigger. Take the little circles in the other direction. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Finish up. Keep your toes high and lifted in little teeny pulses. Think of your navel just going up an inch or two, up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, this next one. Bend your knees, soles of your feet come down. Lift your hips on up and remove the ball. Put the ball underneath your feet. This one always gives me cramps in my hamstrings, but I'm gonna try it. All right, so you're on the ball. Hold on here, press into the ball, and try to lift up into your bridge pose. Take it as high as feels right for you. Find your balance in the ball. And then roll your spine down. Finish up. How did you do with that one? Remove the ball. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. Remove the ball, place it aside. We're done with it. All right, open up your knees. Soles of the feet touch, let it be. Arms are like a cactus, elbows at shoulder height, forearms pressed into your mat. So are the backs of your hands, cactus pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Knees meet at the midline. Left leg goes long, supine twist. Bend your right knee. Interlace your fingers or use your towel to hug the knee in. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of the body. Roll onto your left hip. Gaze to the right. Arm tees out. Shoulder of your right arm stays down. Look a little farther to your right. Maybe you can even look to your fingers. Finish up, right hip comes down, gaze goes up to the sky, hug the right knee in. Right leg goes long, so left leg's turn. Bend the left knee, hug it in underneath your shin. Shoulders are down, squeeze it on in. Right calf is down, drive your right heel toward the bottom of your mat. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Left arm tees out, gaze goes left. Shoulder stays down, twist your neck a little bit more. Let your knee come closer to the earth. A nice, big, kind, wonderful, gentle twist. Left hip comes down to your mat. Knee gets hugged in. Again, left leg meets right. Both knees drag on up. Hug both knees. Underneath the knees, high on the shin. Rock from side to side. Low back massage. Maybe capture the insides of your calves. Maybe capture the insides of your heels for happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Send one leg high up to the sky, then bend it and send the other one up. Kind of feel like a frog, right? But can't you see a baby in its crib doing this? Bend one leg, extend the other. Send both heels up, high to the sky. Let your pinky toes come toward the earth as you spread your legs into a nice big V for victory, right? You got it. Finish up, knees together, bend your knees, soles of the feet down, find your eye shade or your towel, and let's come into final Shavasana. Legs go long, heels at the edges of your mat. Cover your eyes, arms by your sides. You know what? This is an important pose. Savor it. Wiggle your shoulders, get comfortable here. You did a whole lot today. You need to recover. Nobody can be on high all the time. You gotta turn it down to a low simmer once in a while. And this pose does just that. Find peace in your body. Soften the area between your eyebrows and let your eyes rest heavily in your eye sockets. Arms worked hard today, lifted a lot of weights. Let them be heavy. Your glutes are probably tired with that donkey kick and all that balancing and fire hydrant pose. Sink all your weight into your mat and just be right here, right now, for just another few minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to move on. Deepen your breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. We've been here almost an hour now, so if it's time to conclude, we can do that. But if you want to stay in your final Shavasana a little bit longer, enjoy it. It's a great pose in which to be. If it's time to go on, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. How'd you like that bouncy toes pose? And then start to circle your wrists, your ankles, spread your fingers and toes, just move them, pay attention to them. On an inhale, reach high up overhead, take a big good morning stretch. Maybe you like to lift one arm higher than the other and let the hips feel it too. As you sigh it out, bend your elbows and your knees and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arm's bicep as a pillow for your head. And give yourself a pat on the back here too. Soften in your top shoulder. Eyes are closed. Just breathe. Be thankful for that, if nothing else. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe keep your eyes closed and press on up to a comfortable seated position. With the eyes closed, bring your hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine. Soften in your shoulders. It's a give and take, right? Lengthen up through the crown of your head as you inhale. Sigh it out as you exhale. Let it go. Blink your eyes open. Ta-da, you did it. You did an hour-long yoga practice. How are you feeling in your body? It's fun to shake it up and do some different things. The balancing is so important. I'm kind of into that these days. Balancing is just really, really important for the longevity of your life. All right, so I said we're going to have a challenge every day this month. And you're thinking, well, what is it for today? I haven't told you yet. But the challenge is a balance challenge. And remember this. This is our toothbrush. We did this before, too. All right. Today, maybe for the whole month, maybe for the weekend, whatever, but just put it in your head. When you brush your teeth, because that's something you do every day, right? When you brush your teeth, stand on one foot. I mean, you're doing nothing else. Stand on one foot. Take it to a tree pose. Maybe take it to a kickstand on your on the ball of your foot. Maybe take it to a one-legged mountain. But balance on one foot. Make the most of your time as you live your yoga off of your mat, right? All right. So that's the challenge for today. Come back every day this month for a new little way to how to live your life, your yoga off of your mat. Have a great weekend, everybody. Love you guys. Stress number, what was it? But more importantly, what is it? You want me to brush your teeth? You don't like that very much, do you? Have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. Hey, baby girl, how are you? You want me to brush your teeth? Not with this one. I'll brush your teeth. Yes, I will. I'll brush your teeth. Good girl. Where are you, Bonnie? Bonnie, come. We're all done. Come on, guys. All done. What do you want to do today? What are we going to do today? Sometimes you need this message. Slow down. Calm down. Don't rush. Don't worry. No hurry. It's all good. Stick with your yoga. Enjoy your yoga. Make it work for you. And tell your friends how it's working for you too. As this summer is gearing up and you're feeling better in your body, share that goodness with your friends. Our yoga is free. It's free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Get them to join in. We all need more yoga. If you'd like to support the broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Take time to enjoy your day and see you back on your mat tomorrow.